Walk-On Diaries podcast. I'm Noah Severson.
And I'm John.
Ha! Just kidding. We got you again. I'm Phillip Walker.
And I'm Matt Parks. And today we're going to start the episode talking, give you a little update on the L. The last time you heard from us, I was carrying it because I lost everything.
Yeah, you were carrying because you lost everything.
So I carried it all through winter break like the trooper I am.
No, you were carrying it for something else, weren't you? During winter break? Or was that because...
No, that was because I lost everything.
Okay, so
everything built up.
Yeah, you were carrying for a long time.
Yeah, and I carried it all through winter break. And then, so here's what happened. Now, Anthony set off the fire alarm on Saturday before we got back to classes. So we reached this kind of ethical conundrum where, yes, he definitely deserved the L.
Oh yeah, by far.
At the time, like that's probably the most L-worthy thing. But
it was during a grace period
where I was supposed to serve my time.
Yeah, he was still serving time, so Anthony physically could not receive the L.
He is safe. Like if it had been Monday, it would have been game over for him.
Yeah.
But
and since Matt had it so long, we were like, we got to get this to someone else.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't there.
I wasn't there either.
Really?
No, neither of us were there. But so Brendan, aka Brett, he had his cup of orange juice in front of him, and he had Anthony's cup of orange juice close to him, and he had finished his cup of orange juice, and then somehow, whether or not Anthony's influence was involved, he ended up accidentally finishing Anthony's cup of orange juice also.
Yeah.
And this became an L, not really because he drank the orange juice, but because he started accusing Anthony of manipulating the game.
Yes.
And putting the orange juice in front of him.
And he kept on denying that he deserved the L. And when you deny the L, you get the L.
You just dig yourself deeper.
Yeah.
And he said it was in front of him, but then, last time, what was the chip situation?
The chip situation? Oh, okay. So he set his chips, he poured out his chips into a plate that was directly in front of me, right after I had poured my chips onto that same plate. And so he made the assumption that those chips were still his, even though they were right in front of me. And so I went ahead and just ate them because I thought he was giving them to me, like any normal person would when they pour chips right out in front of you. And so I ate them, and then he proceeds to just be like, "You ate my chips." And I was like, "You gave them to me."
And now the only reason this matters is it sets the precedent that Brendan believes
that everything is his.
No. But since the cup was in front of him, it doesn't necessarily make it his because of the legal precedent that he had set with Phillip's chips.
Exactly.
So that also is another reason that the L just became secured, was he tried to fight something when he had already set a sort of legal grounds in the matter.
Precisely.
So anyways, Brendan's holding the L right now.
And he's gonna keep holding it.
For the unintentional illicit consumption of another's beverage, I think is what it says. You haven't signed it yet, have you?
No, I'm not gonna sign it.
He's not gonna sign it.
Because I still think, despite the grace period, Anthony deserved it just because of the magnitude of the fire alarm situation. But that's a whole nother...
It only takes 3 names, though, so
yeah.
The L is secured and safe and off of my door.
And Aiden's the other one, so Matt, Anthony, Aiden, so that's 3.
So in other news, the Oscars are coming up, and Zoe, our producer, the producer of... What's your show called?
Huh?
What's your show called?
I don't have a show.
Yes, you do.
I'm the production supervisor. I don't have my own show.
For trying our best.
I'm not the producer trying our best. I shall be.
So what do you?
I'm the production supervisor.
Okay.
I supervise all the productions.
So our producer, whatever, she has opinions on the Oscars. She really wanted to be on the Walk-On Diaries podcast, and
It's my dream.
Because Noah and John aren't here, we made the exception.
He told me I wasn't allowed to be on it because I'm a girl. So.
Anyways, let's look at these nominees.
I have a lot of opinions.
Do you?
Yeah. Wait, Can we start with what's your favorite movie?
What, of the year?
Of the year.
Oh, okay.
I think that would be good.
Oh, okay.
Because mine is Little Women.
Little Women slapped.
It was so good.
I didn't get to see it.
sobbed. You didn't get to see
I
it. You
haven't gotten to
should.
see it.
It's
Okay.
really good.
I will watch it. But mine is Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah.
I heard it was
Passionately
good.
love that movie.
I heard it was good.
I think mine is The Irishman. I
I
mean,
didn't watch
Watched
any
it
of
twice.
yeah, it's 3.5 hours long, and I watched it twice, so that's 7 hours of my life. So I kind of have
Oh
to.
my
I
god.
kind of have to love it at this point.
Hey, that SD card's about to run out of.
It's okay. We don't need that much, Philip.
Okay. I was looking into that one because I thought it was pointed at me. Okay, that's fine. What?
Okay, what's
Anyways.
Okay.
what's the list?
Yeah, I wanted to watch The Irishman. I just haven't had time because I couldn't get onto my Netflix in England, and that's when I had the most time to do it. And now I don't have it.
You couldn't get on a Netflix in England?
Yeah, it was weird. I don't know if it was because I'm just stupid or what. But
Wait, like what happened?
I just couldn't log on to it.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't log on to Disney Plus either because Disney Plus doesn't exist in England.
In Mexico, they have Rick and Morty on Netflix.
Nice. My IQ's not high enough to actually understand that.
Oh, okay.
It's a good show.
Anyways, movies. So your pick would be Little Women.
Little Women.
Yeah, I
think
love
Little
Little
Women
Women.
should win Best Picture.
I think for me, Greta Gerwig for Best Director, but I don't think she
Yeah.
got No, yeah, they didn't touch that movie except for
No.
Florence Pugh got nominated for supporting, right?
No, the Little Women's up for Best Picture.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And if the Joker wins Best Picture and Little Women
It
doesn't, I
won't.
think
Joker's
I will.
not winning
It-
Best Picture.
I think that it might because I know what usually happens with the Academy Awards.
What are all the nominations?
Yeah, for
Okay,
Best
okay,
Picture.
okay. Let's look at
specifically.
Best Picture. 1917. I haven't gotten to it.
I want to
it
see
was-
that so bad.
It was good. It was a good movie. I
I'm
really
waiting
enjoyed it.
to see it with Todd, so I have to wait.
Oh, there's a lot of nominees. Ford v Ferrari.
I didn't watch
That I watched that one too.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
it. Okay,
Uh,
I trust you.
Joker.
No, it's so bad.
Okay, for some reason Bradley
It's on the list.
Cooper is underneath the cast.
Ah, yes, the Best Picture, Bradley Cooper. He was my favorite.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I thought that
I
was
really liked
good.
it. Yeah.
I don't
didn't
think
see
it
that one.
should be Best Picture though.
I think
thought it
maybe
was
Best
good.
Director.
Yeah, for
I'd
sure.
be happy.
For
I
sure.
haven't seen Parasite yet, even though I have a link for
I think
it.
that I'm never going to watch it.
Why?
Because I'm afraid of scary movies. I don't like them.
It's not scary.
Is it not?
It's like a...
Isn't it it's more like a psychological?
I don't like those. I like
scary
Little Women.
than visual.
Okay.
If that gives you any. I like war movies and I like 1917.
I still haven't seen
1917
Private
is it's pretty scary. But,
Scary.
like, it's like a scary kind of, it's just intense. It keeps
Everyone
you on the
says
edge
it's
of your
shot
seat.
like a horror... Well, it's
Yeah, it
shot
is.
in one shot.
It's not
Well,
shot in one shot
I
for
know.
sure.
It's
not. They
well,
keep
yeah,
saying
no.
that as if there's no cuts and they did the entire 2-hour movie in one shot. That's not.
Bro, no.
I don't believe you.
Benedict Cumberbatch had to sit in a bunker for the whole movie, dog.
Just
There's
had to wait there.
some tweet that was like Benedict Cumberbatch actually had to sit there for 2 hours and he just had a walkie-talkie next to him. They'll go, "We're going again."
He's just like,
There's one spot where I know that they cut it.
No, yeah, they definitely
they
cut
had
it.
to.
Like there's no other way.
But it's still impressive because
Oh, yeah.
I've seen the things because the parts where because you can only cut between like where a black part is to make it
Mhm.
that seamless, and I
Mhm.
think the only black parts come with the end of maybe every scene.
Yeah.
And to shoot
Well-
an entire scene in only one shot with one camera,
Yeah.
that's
I think
craziness.
When it comes to movies like that I mean, like Birdman also did the same thing. And
I never watched Birdman, but
Birdman
I really
was
wanted
good.
to.
Movies like that, I'd rather the movie be good over them being
Mhm.
able to do the whole thing in one shot.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
for me, I think it's a lot more important that I actually care. Because there's a movie that came out, I didn't see it, but it was called Victoria, and they did it in literally one shot, and it was like a heist movie done in an hour and a half.
Mhm.
But, like, nothing really came of that, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I heard
it
that
is.
1970 was good regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's
I wanna
pretty.
see it.
It's visually pleasing. I enjoyed it. The whole one shot kind
Mhm.
of deal.
and then The Irishman, which is my pick, I think, Best Picture,
You think
or
that's
at least my favorite.
yeah. So
Mhm.
you if you had to pick one on that list, you would pick The Irishman.
I'd probably go with The Irishman. I don't know. It's a return to form for Scorsese, but it was also just super emotional, and it made me sad. Little Women I loved.
Little Women was so good.
Wait, is that the last one?
No, Little Women's next, and then JoJo.
Oh yeah.
JoJo better win.
No,
I think Little
JoJo's not
Women
gonna
should
win.
win.
I know it's not gonna
Okay,
win, but I
so
hope it
you
wins.
And then
want-
Marriage Story.
Oh, yeah.
Marriage. Okay.
I think Adam Driver should win like best
Yeah.
actor
Yes,
for Marriage
I
Story, but I
agree.
don't think it should be best picture.
I liked
Hot
Marriage
take on
Story.
I agree with
I
that.
thought it was a good movie. It definitely wasn't my favorite. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
there's been plenty of movies about divorces.
Yeah. But
Oh.
it still sticks out for like
Yeah.
that for there being so many. So because it's I don't know. It's just I like the dialogue especially.
Someone. Okay.
I'm surprised that so Star Wars doesn't count.
What do you mean? You
I'm
want
surprised
Star Wars for Best Picture?
No, I'm surprised that Star Wars didn't get nominated for anything else, but like didn't it? It's only like nominated for like its soundtrack
Visual
and visual
effects.
effects, and that's it.
The Academy doesn't care.
Fair
And
enough.
I don't.
I just feel like Star Wars is usually nominated for more things.
It's not.
Really?
Usually it's just like technical stuff
Interesting.
and like Avengers and stuff. are the
Yeah,
same.
same Marvel.
Next, Best Actor. Joaquin Phoenix is gonna win, and there's nothing he can do about it. Like, I don't want him to. I think his performance was good.
I
Joker's
feel like
just such a frustrating movie.
there's a difference between like his kind of like method acting, you know, with where he gets so into it, like with the
And I just hate
shaping
when
of his
people are
body
like,
and everything.
"Oh, he lost a lot of weight, so
Yeah.
it's good." Like,
No.
that doesn't mean it's good acting. Like,
Exactly.
I think he did a good job, and I'm proud of you, Joaquin. I want him to win an Oscar at some point. I think he already has. I don't know.
He won a Golden Globe.
I love Joaquin, but Joker, the movie
It
itself
wasn't
doesn't
good.
merit enough.
Yeah.
I think the only one that I support out of all of the nominations that Joker got is cinematography.
Yeah, it was
Because
pretty.
when I walked in, my first impression of it, like I watched the whole thing, my first impression of it was it's shot beautifully. The lighting, wow. The camera,
Yeah.
amazing, astounding. And then I heard the story, and then when I walked out of the theater, I was a changed person. And we walked in silence for like 20 minutes.
What do you mean?
Like when I walked out of the theater of Joker, I
Yeah.
didn't like it. I felt like something bad had just happened to me. Like you can't tell me that that's not what you felt.
I don't know. Getting out of the theater, I had enjoyed it. I just feel like it's so. I mean, obviously the constant comparisons to Scorsese and like King of Comedy and
Oh,
Taxi
I don't
Driver.
listen to any of that.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's just so like the fact that it's so derivative and like it's nothing new. It's literally
Yeah.
just a comic book movie that pretends it's an art house movie.
Yeah.
And like
Mhm.
every time anyone tries to pick apart the themes in the movie, it never goes any farther beyond like, oh, it's such a criticism of class and society.
See, okay, so there's that, but also I think that it's like just glorifying like the mistreatment of like mental illness. Like you don't get to be glorified for killing someone because
Mhm.
everybody else, and it's just like justifying so many people that
Mhm.
want to use like
Yeah.
these like it's justifying poor behaviors
Mhm.
and not addressing actual mental illness in
Yeah.
society. It's just
Mhm.
I know Todd Phillips wasn't trying to like
I'm sure
Make-
it wasn't.
no, but it definitely
came across
communicated
that
that.
way.
And like incels everywhere are going to and have interpreted it that way. So I mean, I know even if that's not what the director might be going for, if you can't communicate something correctly, don't try.
Yeah.
He's really like
Yeah.
the villain comes off as a hero at the end of the movie. And
Yeah.
and everyone keeps saying, well, he's still a villain. No, he's not. Like
Yeah.
he's like
Yeah.
Not in the, but he is a hero of his own story, which I think that that's what he was trying to get across, that he's his own
Mhm.
hero, but
Yeah, it just
is
lets
that
you know
the
what you're doing about
best?
it.
I don't know.
Should he be his own hero?
I
That's the-
like I get it. It's like telling it from his point of view for most of it,
Yeah.
but like I don't know. I don't know. Those were my thoughts. It was also not. Don't go see it on a date. For like your second date, I wouldn't suggest it.
Was it a second date?
It was like our second like actual date
That's kinda
that we
fun.
went
So
on.
this
No,
is-
that was our third date actually. We saw Ad Astra for our second date, which is also not a good film to see on a date.
This is from personal experience.
Yes.
Best actress.
If the Little Women actress doesn't get it, I'll
Who?
cry.
Saoirse Ronan.
Yeah, I couldn't say her name, so I just said the Little Women actress.
I mean, okay, we've got Charlize Theron, Renee
Yeah.
Zellweger,
What is
Cynthia, Charlize
what
for
movie?
all
Bombshell.
movies?
I didn't
Which
watch
is-
Bombshell.
Nobody did.
No.
Was it the?
It's the Fox News one, and it's supposed to be awful.
Oh, is it awful? I wanted to watch it because I thought it might be funny, but if it's awful, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I'd like to watch it if it's like like so awful that it's funny.
It's
Yeah.
not though.
Like,
it's
Did
like
you
I've
watch
just
it?
no. I'm
Okay.
just based on what I've heard. It's like
I might still watch it, just for fun.
I don't know.
I like
I saw
journalism
that-
movies, like
Yeah.
The Post. I like ones that explore that kind of stuff, and I feel like that would be a good modern day one. But then I saw like some of the actresses that were in it, and I was like, ooh, I don't know about that one.
Yeah. When we were seeing Knives Out, my aunt and they played the trailer for Bombshell
Yeah.
twice in a row.
Oh, yes, that's why I remember
Did
it.
that happen to you
Yes!
too?
I saw Knives Out, and I was like, what's
Yeah.
happening? That's
Like,
why I knew
the
what
Bombshell
that show
trailer
was.
just
Yes.
ended and the same exact song
Yes.
started and me and
everyone
some
was
other
like-
white dude like walked out to go to the bathroom at the same exact time and I was like, Bombshell.
Thank God.
Renee Zellweger for Judy. I am not gonna watch Judy.
I didn't
I
even
haven't
hear
even
about
heard
that.
of it.
Yeah.
What is that?
Next. Cynthia, it's about Judy Garland.
Oh.
It's a Cynthia Erivo for Harriet, the Harriet Tubman movie that was supposed to star Julia Roberts in 1994.
Okay.
They were gonna have Julia Roberts play Harriet Tubman.
That's
That was the original plan. That was in 1994. So I don't want to watch it just because of that. Like,
Just to
yeah.
spite them, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
I'm not gonna support that.
Scarlett Johansson for Marriage Story. She was good. I don't
She was
know.
good. She was she.
It's neither here nor there for me.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson stresses me out. I don't like to support her.
Because she's a tree.
Yeah.
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 She's a what?
Because she
She plays roles that are not designed for her. But
she just keeps repeatedly getting cast and signing up for movies where like she's either whitewashing or playing a trans character and
yeah.
just speaking for people who she shouldn't speak for.
Yes.
Saoirse Ronan, Little Women. I'd be
She
happy.
was so good.
Yeah.
She was so good. Like her like portrayal of Joe was just like it was so
Are
nice.
you a Little Women fan like book?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I love it.
Reading's crazy.
I don't do it.
I've read like I read it when I was like 7 and I don't know if I actually like finished it because my mom liked me to read like all the classic books, you know. And my mom was a big Anne of Green Gables fan, so it just kind of like matched up with that
Gotcha.
type of thing. I love Anne of Green Gables.
Best Supporting Actor. Anthony Hopkins for Two Popes. I didn't see Two Popes.
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
I
Is it a spooky movie?
no, it's just about two popes. Spooky movies don't get nominated.
Oh, okay.
It's just about two popes, and they have different ideologies, and they talk. I don't know. I
Okay.
don't really care enough. Brad Pitt.
I actually do know what you're talking
Once
about.
Upon a Time in Hollywood. I would love it.
He was good.
He was so funny.
He was really good.
I really want him to win.
He made me giggle. I didn't understand most of what was happening during that time, but I really did enjoy it.
He was good.
He was funny.
Irishman. Actually, Joe Pesci, I think, is my pick for The Irishman.
Fair.
Did you see The Irishman, Philip?
I didn't.
Oh.
I just
Oh.
like Zoe. I have not had the time.
It's 3 hours long.
Yeah, 3 and a
I've seen
half.
it twice. Grow up. I watched it
I'm
on a car
busy.
ride, and then I watched it with Bread.
Brad.
Al Pacino, The Irishman. I'd still Joe Pesci, I think.
Mm.
I don't know. I think Brad Pitt's gonna win, and I'm happy with that.
Yeah. I think that
I
would be
didn't
good.
see A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. I didn't hear.
I heard it was really good. Todd saw it, and
Really?
he said it was really good.
I heard Tom Hanks's performance was really good,
Yeah.
but nobody like the main character is the journalist, and
Mhm.
it didn't matter enough.
Fair.
That's what I've heard. So I
I
just
want to
haven't-
watch it.
Mhm.
I think I'm going to watch it regardless of if it's good or not.
Gotcha.
I just think it would be good.
So I'm opting for Joe Pesci, I guess. How about you guys? You Brad Pitt?
I'll say Brad Pitt, yeah.
Well, I haven't seen. I don't
Any
know
of
if I've seen
these?
any of the movies. Yeah.
Go with Brad Pitt. Be with
Brad
me.
Pitt then.
Hit me.
I'm going Brad Pitt.
Cliff Booth.
He was so funny. It was. I didn't understand what was happening the whole time, but I did understand that I liked Brad Pitt, for sure.
Best Supporting Actress. Kathy Bates, Richard Jewell, didn't see it. I don't
Didn't
watch
see
Clint
it.
Eastwood movies ever.
Neither do I. I'll be real.
Margot Robbie, Bombshell. Didn't see it.
I'll see you.
Scarlett Johansson for Jojo Rabbit.
Her role in Jojo Rabbit was just Oscar bait. Like
Yeah.
for supporting best
Like,
supporting
I thought she
actress.
was good, but I didn't think she was that good.
Yeah, she just kind of like talked in a German accent, danced around, and
Florence Pugh, Little Women. This is my pick. I want Florence to win an
She
Oscar.
was so good.
She was. Okay, one thing about Little Women. When she was supposed to be 12 years old early on in the movie, it didn't sell me at
Yeah,
all.
I
That
think-
looked fake as hell.
Yeah, they didn't. They
There's
were
this-
supposed to all be like much younger in some of the flashbacks, but I think they just didn't want to
Which I
hire
completely
new
understand.
actresses.
I
They tried.
I wish they could just take out that scene where she was in the classroom with all the little girls, and it would have been fine.
Yeah, or
But-
like gotten people to play like a little bit older,
Mhm.
like so that everybody looks the same
Yeah.
age and it's not just an
'Cause-
adult woman with a bunch of children.
There's this scene where Florence Pugh is like, I mean, she's like what, 20 something,
Yeah.
and in the scene she's in a classroom full of like 12-year-olds, and she's supposed to be the same age as them,
Yeah.
and gets like bullied by them, and it's just like, if they had cut that scene, I would.
But it's
Like,
also
at all.
that scene is very important.
Yeah.
It's like if that scene didn't happen, that they would never have met Lori.
That's true.
So I understand why they kept it in. I understand why they did it.
It's just
But
they should have
just-
handled it another
yeah,
way because she
little
did
bit
not look
better.
12. And then Laura Dern, Marriage Story. I thought she was good, but I didn't think she was.
I
She was
forgot
just
about
sassy
her.
the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know she was in it, but like, I don't know. It didn't. Nothing stuck out about her character.
And then, I don't know. Do we want to talk about just Best Director and then call
Yeah.
it quits on Oscars?
But I got to go back to before or after director. I'll go ahead and do it now. Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems.
Oh, he got
Yeah,
robbed.
He got robbed. He got robbed one, because he said he wasn't even nominated, and he said if he doesn't win, then he's doing the worst movie he's ever made. So I guess he's doing the worst.
I can't wait. But did you see Uncut Gems?
No.
It was
I
good.
didn't. I hadn't seen a single advertisement for it, and then
Mhm.
Todd went to go see it, and I was like, huh? And he was like, it's good. I was like, okay.
It's really good.
Okay.
It's really good. The trailer, it was weird. The trailer was like, made me like, that's kind of a weird movie. But then I went and saw it, and then I was like, oh, that was so good. And I was like, it was
Yeah.
I
I think-
interesting.
I guess I'll watch it.
Yeah, I think it's really good. I think it's a little messy at some points, like,
Mhm.
but overall, like Adam Sandler's performance is enough for me. Like,
Yeah.
if Adam Sandler could win this year, he's my pick. But
Yeah.
he's not even nominated, and then Joaquin Phoenix is gonna win.
Yeah.
And
I'm the same way.
you're awful, Murray.
I think he was just like Adam Sandler was just like a step up from the other Adam
Yeah.
Driver.
I think so,
And
too.
Adam
stand
Driver's still
Adam
my
Driver.
pick, I think, for that.
I love Adam Driver.
I stand Adam Driver.
Best Director. Quentin Tarantino, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
It's good.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch it. But
It's
Todd
it's been-
Phillips for Joker shouldn't
No.
even be nominated. Tom Phillips, you made the Hangover movies. Stop trying to make us think you didn't make the Hangover movies. Piss off. Don't get me wrong. The Hangover movies, the first one, is like a good comedy. Like it's
Yeah.
well done. I enjoyed it, but come on, you're not Todd Phillips. You're stupid.
You try.
Bong Joon-ho for Parasite. I've liked the other stuff I've seen by Bong Joon-ho, and I think that might just be Snowpiercer. He made
haven't-
Okja,
I haven't seen
and
any of his stuff.
yeah,
I haven't seen any.
I'm
of
sure
it either.
Parasite was good.
I can't wait to see Parasite. I have the rip for it, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Can you say that online? Are you gonna get arrested?
Oopsies. Scorsese, The Irishman.
What the
Fair
feds
enough.
just kind of like busted through here.
Scorsese getting nominated is kind of like, yeah, I totally agree, but also it's Scorsese, and like,
Mhm.
I'd like to see someone else be able to.
Yeah, that's true.
Didn't he say that he hated Netflix and Netflix was killing the movie industry and then
No,
made a
that was
movie
Spielberg.
for Netflix? Oh.
And then Spielberg's now he's got a contract with like another streaming service like ABC or something. No, Scorsese's the one who spoke out against Marvel movies and comic book movies,
So they're not real cinema.
which is just kind of true.
Hey, I like comic book movies.
They're
They're
fun.
my faves. I love them.
Like Joker.
No.
I mean, it's
Okay,
not like
okay, here's the thing. The Joker. Like, past portrayals of him, fine. Jared Leto and Joaquin Phoenix, not my favorites. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like DC overall. I don't think DC, I like Marvel much better because I think they do heroes better. But
Yeah.
I like DC villains. I think they do villains very well.
That's true.
But this was not a good villain movie.
You don't want no beef. You don't want no beef.
I think I liked Suicide Squad more than I liked the Joker.
You want no beef.
I don't know. What
I
that
love when he
means.
says that.
Is that in the movie?
Jared Leto says it in Suicide Squad.
Oh.
The guy's like, I don't want no beef,
I
Jay.
think I just
And then
forgot
he's like,
all the moments of
you don't want
Jared
no
Leto.
beef.
I couldn't finish Suicide Squad. I got
thought it
to
was-
the Joker.
I thought it was good.
Whiplash, dog.
I think that it was good. I think they tried to do too much at one time.
No, the problem was they got a trailer editor to edit the movie.
For sure.
Like they literally did.
Yeah.
And it's just
Yeah.
it shows. Like
I
it-
think.
Yeah.
I know this doesn't have anything to do with the Oscars, but I think that if DC would have gone along with the same like format that Marvel did, where you release like 3 hero movies to establish who these people are, like 3 like for Deadshot, Harley Quinn, and the Joker.
But Suicide
and, like,
Squad was
this.
just their response to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, they should have. There was too many things. You had to learn too many backgrounds, and then suddenly it's the end. There was no like middle. It was like the beginning and then the end, and there was nothing else.
Got Slipknot. He climbs good.
That's it.
Sam
Anyway,
Mendes,
sorry.
1917. Good job on your achievement. You made a movie look like one shot.
It was good. I liked it.
I don't really know who I'd pick out of these.
No, I thought Little Women got nominated for Best
Not for
Director.
Best Director. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Greta Gerwig got robbed.
Who?
That's so annoying.
Oh wait.
I thought I
Knives
read
Out was
that.
Ryan Johnson, right?
Yeah.
I think Knives Out.
I think
got robbed.
screenplay. for
Knives Out did get robbed.
Knives Out
was
was
good.
It's
I mean,
it's getting nominated for Best Original Screenplay though.
Oh,
and I'm happy with that.
I knew that.
That's good. Yeah.
I think
I read them
the
all.
script is better than
Yeah.
the direction.
What
I
did-
agree with that.
I thought she got nominated.
No.
Oh, she got nominated for Best Screenplay too. It was like
Greta?
Best.
Adapted?
Yeah. That's what it was. Because I read all of them and I forgot which one was which.
I hope Knives Out wins screenplay.
It won't, but it's a comedy, so it just doesn't
Yeah.
have a chance really.
I thought it was good.
Knives Out's awesome.
I thought it was.
Oh, yeah.
It was better than what I thought it was going to be before going into it.
So wait, did
Yeah.
going back to Uncut Gems, did it get anything? Any
No,
nominations?
it got no recognition.
Are we sure that it's
whatsoever.
like it's eligible?
There's some rumors that A24 didn't, or whoever to distribute. I don't know if it was A24, but they didn't work hard enough to get for your consideration out there, and that's why The Sandman got robbed.
Fair enough.
But I don't know if I can say this. So the rip of Uncut Gems that I watched was a for your consideration rip.
Huh.
So they did some work campaigning, but apparently they really didn't campaign that hard for Uncut Gems in the first place, so it may not be the Academy's fault.
That's
Either
true.
way, I'm pissed. Sandman needs some loving.
Oh yeah.
But I'm excited for his bad movie. Anyways, we went way over time.
Sorry, that's
So-
probably my fault. I talk a lot.
Do you want to do your jokes?
I think we're a little too over at this point.
Just
Over
do a quick
time.
joke. You can sit
One
down and
joke.
do it. You don't have to stand up.
One joke.
Sit down comedy.
Okay, so there's these 4 cops. Their names are Summer, Autumn, and Winter. And then they get a call. Someone calls 911. That's 3. There's 3. Sorry. Someone calls 911 and says, "Hey, I need help. I need 4 cops on the scene." And they said, "Okay." Then they run into the back room and say, "Hey, you got to spring into action." Because the other guy's a spring, because they're all seasons. LSU won.
Thank God.
That's
See,
it.
That
Thank
was
you
the
for watching Walk On Diaries podcast.
Wow.
Well, thank you, Zoe, for being on the show after
Yes.
all of our begging and pleading for you to be on the show.
I begged him, please.
Cut!